Today, people have gathered here to demonstrate against and for the solidarity of the rape victim in Hathras, Dalit rape victim in Hathras. So let's see what's really going on in the protest.
बैठी हुई है तब आप समझ सकते हैं कि इस देश में औरतें, इस देश में बेटियां कितनी सुरक्षित हैं। इन पर बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ और स्त्रियों के सशक्तिकरण की सारी बातें सिवाय लखपाजी के और कुछ नहीं है।
The 4th of October, Sunday, became the third consecutive day of the protest, which was organized for the solidarity of the Hathras Dalit rape victim in Jantar Mantar. Since the lockdown, this was the first time the citizens and the activists took to the streets in hopes to see justice prevail. It was noticed that even the recommendations for the CBI to take charge is not satisfactory for them.
CBI comes directly under the central government, and we know very well how they manipulate things, and also like how Manisha was sent to Safdarjung instead of AIMS, even though she was recommended to AIMS. So this is all every step is being taken to manipulate the family, the story, create alternative narrative, and erase the forensics and all the evidence. Even the body was burned because of that.
Okay, following up with that question, we have seen a history of Dalit oppression in the whole past times, in this whole paradigm of UP and everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, why do you think this does not stop? Are there not enough laws that have been implemented against it, or is there a lack of communication or lack of implementation from the government and by their people?
I think the power itself is with people who want to oppress. It is with the Brahmins. All the powerful positions are handled by the Brahmins. And why would they want to give up their power? That is the entire thing is of power play. And Manusmriti itself says that Dalits are born to be oppressed. They have a certain position in the society which cannot be challenged because it is written from up there. So humans cannot challenge it, and it is in favor of the powerful. So they will not let anyone question it, and whoever questions will face consequences. That's what is happening now.
Moving forward, is it only a question of law, or is it a structural oppression that is in place?
Yeah, it is a societal oppression because no government comes in power without the society wanting it to. So it is a defect in the society, in the Indian society. It is not something only to Modi or only to one particular party or RSS. It is an entire virus within the society which needs to be removed. It cannot be cured. It needs to be completely removed.
Protesters also pointed out the root cause of such heinous and gruesome crimes to be because of the structural and institutional oppression that's in play. Few of the protesters also suggested that capital punishment is not the correct solution for a crime like rape.
We're here for the Hathras rape victim, and I think we're demanding that the Yogi government, I think we've reached a point where they're not even acknowledging that a rape has happened. So we're hoping for that to happen at a baseline, and also systematic changes in the way that the UP government is functioning. With the DM of Hathras has been removed, but I don't think that's enough. We demand that the Yogi government really look at the way that they're allowing casteism to prevail in UP and change that.
So if you have been reading up, they have recommended a CBI inquiry.
Yeah.
What are your views on that?
I absolutely think that a CBI inquiry is needed, an impartial CBI inquiry that's headed by the Supreme Court, because the way that the police has been handling this case has been absolutely abysmal. They burnt the body of the girl and basically I won't say cremated, they destroyed evidence. And I think that that's ridiculous. So a CBI inquiry is a must.
Last question. Do you think capital punishment is the answer?
No, I don't think that capital punishment in rape is the correct solution, because actually, A, capital punishment doesn't statistically deter rapes, it doesn't stop rapes, and B, actually, capital punishment in countries that has been enforced for rape has actually led to a lower reporting of rapes, because girls feel that, or girls or boys, whoever is raped, feels that, अगर मैं बोलूँगा कि इसने किया है तो उसको मार देंगे, and that's not a big enough sentence. I think that capital punishment actually does more harm than good, so I don't think that it's the answer.
Another question, just to follow up with that. Do you think there's a lack of operations in the law, or is there a systematic oppression that is in place?
I think in both ways. In the law, in the way that, well, now watching how in UP caste is just brushed to the side. There's the Thakurs and the Valmikis. Of course, this unfortunate girl was a part of the Valmiki caste. We're now hearing awful stories of how on a daily basis they were treated, that they weren't allowed to come to functions, they were only meant to clean. It's becoming very, very clear that it was systematic oppression, but it's not like the law and order is aiding in changing that systematic oppression. So from both ends, it's a huge issue.
रणवीर सिंह, रणवीर सिंह, रणवीर सिंह, श्रद्धा कपूर, श्रद्धा कपूर, we want justice, we want justice.
It was noticed that there was another protest which was organized to seek justice for Sushant Singh Rajput. As day passed by, the protesters who started their protest with slogans like Justice for Sushant changed their slogans to Rajasthan Police Murdabad and Congress Murdabad. Some believed that the SSR protest was only organized to invalidate and overshadow the protest for the Dalit rape victim.
इस देश एक गुलामी की व्यवस्था में पहुंच गया है कि आप अपनी बात नहीं रख सकते। निर्भया का केस 2012 में जब हुआ था, सिंगापुर से जब उस बेटी की लाश आई थी, देश का प्रधानमंत्री वहां पर खड़ा था लाश को लेने का।
I think it was pretty evident and very clear what they were expecting and demanding out of this protest. I'm Utkarsh Tripathi, signing off for Jantar Mantar. I resist.
मुहाफिज खुदी के जिन्हें नाज है हिंद पर वो कहाँ है।